Cinema Shogun here, and this Rudy Farias story has been a real whirlwind. And we have officially reached the point where people start to lose the plot and just go completely off the rails. I'm seeing a lot of wild theories starting to spark up. I'm seeing a lot of people blame Rudy for everything. And now, even some people seem to believe that Rudy is my brother. Which, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry to laugh, but this happens to me every time I cover true crime. I talk about all types of stuff on my channel. I could talk about aliens. I could talk about government cover-ups. And for the most part, I don't really get any creepy, weird people bothering me about it. But when I talk about true crime, oh boy, the stuff get wild. And now apparently I may be Rudy's brother. I might be in on all of this, people. You never know. It's wild. But this is the point where I often start to step away or step back from a story because I don't want no parts of all the craziness. I came here on day one when this news broke about Rudy being found, and I told you all, I mean, if you've been subbed to my channel, then you already know. I came here because I thought that the story was weird, and I thought there was something more to it. I had no idea that it was going to develop into the story that it developed into. But at this point, I'm questioning how much more, I could really do in this situation. On one hand, I feel really bad because I don't feel like Rudy has gotten justice. I don't feel like we know the full scope of what has been done to Rudy. And, you feel bad kind of moving on from a story because in many ways, the story isn't over yet. But at the same time, I don't want to be wrapped up in all of the nonsense. I don't like dealing with that nonsense, which is why I don't really cover true crime. My subs want me to cover true crime. Every case that's out there, I get messages, hey, please cover this, please cover this. But I always kind of try to stay away from it. I hop in every now and then, but it's always something. It's always something. But anyways, for the last couple of days, people have been looking at Quanell sideways because I played for you all Rudy's first interview. And in Rudy's first interview, he denied that anything inappropriate happened with his mom. Yeah, there was a lot of psychological stuff going on there, brainwashing, maybe shielding him from the world, but he denied that anything, let's just say, freaky happened between him and his mom. And, when people heard that, they started looking at Quanell sideways because Quanell spun a totally different story. But I told you all, after watching that interview, I told you all that Rudy is a 25, 26, who knows how old this guy is anymore. Rudy didn't even know how old he was during the interview, which was kind of weird. Anyways, we have this young man who is of sound mind. And I don't think that any young man would want really information out there about what may have happened between him and his mom. I told you all that there is a huge chance here that Rudy's just embarrassed. And when Rudy opened up and confided in Quanell about what happened to him, I don't think Rudy knew or even thought that Quanell was just going to walk out that building and tell the entire world that Rudy had to play husband for his mom and that his mom would come in the shower with him and kiss him in the mouth and all of this other stuff. I don't think Rudy knew that that information was going to make it public, but it did. So when Rudy had the interview denying that these things happened, I don't think that he was trying to throw Quanell under the bus, but at the same time, I just think that he's embarrassed and he maybe isn't ready to talk about it yet. But then again, Rudy could have been telling the truth. But now it seems as if Rudy is walking back the claims that he made during the interview, and it turns out that Rudy is claiming that some freaky things happened between him and his mom, but he just wasn't ready to share it yet. And, you know, Grizzly Hood News, she's been very close to this situation. She has some recorded phone calls between Rudy's mom and Rudy's mom's friend, who is right now, I guess, overseeing Rudy. Rudy is staying at her house. I want to play for you all this clip real quick, because in this clip, Janie's talking about potential charges. She's talking about investigators wanting to talk to Rudy, and she's acknowledging that Rudy is going along with the story that his mother did some freaky things to him. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And let's go ahead and watch this clip from Grizzly Hood News.
The detectives are pissed off right now.
I wonder why they haven't called to talk to him.
What's that?
I said I wonder why they haven't reached out to him.
Well, they're at the district attorney's office right now. My attorney's on his way over there. So, because they called me and I called my attorney. He says, "Let me see what they want." So then he called me back. He says, "I'm on my way to meet them at the DA's office." And he says they're going to bring charges. They're going to come down hard on both of you for misleading, for lying, and he said some other stuff.
Oh wow.
And I told him. He says, "And now your son," he says, "now he's saying that you did those things," when the detectives never heard him say any such thing.
I think that's all should matter, right? If the detectives didn't hear him, like he didn't even give a statement.
No, he didn't give a statement about that, but Quanell says he did.
I know, but it didn't come from like let's say Quanell is saying it, right? But there's nothing written down or signed or paper that Rudy said that, you know? So they would have to prove that he said that.
But Rudy's saying it now. You know, Rudy's changing his story to now he said it.
But he hasn't told nobody else anything.
But he's going to when they ask him, because you said that he's saying that he did say those things, right?
All he said was basically, but I don't know what he plans to say, you know, when they come talk to him. If they come talk to him. If he even wants to talk to anybody, you know?
No, but they're going to talk to him. They're going to haul him in and they're going to talk to him, because now he's an adult.
Yeah.
You know, and he's not traumatized. He's not nothing. You know, he's talking fine, like they said. You know, he's being, their exact words were, he's very articulate now.
I wonder what that means.
Huh?
I was like, I wonder what that means.
I mean that. Thank you. That was. Thank you. Articulate means like he's talking like a grown professional.
Oh, okay.
You know, so there's no sign of any trauma, no sign of nothing. So now they're saying that he was in on it the entire time. So,
oh wow.
And you know, and I guess what I'm thinking is that the detectives are getting pissed off because they're saying that he never said that, and now he's going to say that he did, when they clearly didn't hear him say that. They said nothing about sexual anything came up. Yeah. So it's basically making the police look stupid, you know.
But see, he didn't tell that to nobody but me.
Tell nobody what?
That basically part, like he didn't tell Grizzly and anything.
I had to tell. Thank you. I had to tell the attorney that now he's saying that I did that.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to go to prison.
So that was a clip from Grizzly Hood News. Someone did tell me that she does have a YouTube channel. I know she's like on TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. So you can go check that out. But when I heard this clip, the first thing that came to my mind is, here's Rudy's mom trying to use law enforcement to intimidate Rudy again. Because you know, over the 8 years when Rudy was supposedly missing and was using fake names and all of that good stuff, Rudy's mom brainwashed Rudy into believing that he was going to go to jail for running away. and that cops were going to get him for this and cops were going to get him for that. So when I hear Rudy's mom talking, for one, we can't believe anything this woman says. So are investigators coming to talk to Rudy? Did she talk to the police? Are charges coming? All of this stuff that she said, we don't know if it's true. And I can't help but think about the fact that she's always tried to intimidate Rudy by bringing up law enforcement, by bringing up the fact that he may go to jail and all of that good stuff. But you heard her basically say that Rudy is going along with the story that she did do things to him. And there are other recordings and information out there. And it's going to be up to other people to release that information. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not interested in playing politics between social media creators and stuff like that. I get involved in these stories because I'm interested in the story and because I want to raise awareness about stories. So there's other information out there that I'm sure some of you all have seen that's really important when pertaining to this case. But it's going to be up to other people to decide if they want to release that information or not. One thing that you will notice when covering cases like this is sometimes people get close to a case and they start feeling like a ownership over the case, when in reality, this case and this story belongs to Rudy and Rudy alone. So, hopefully that information gets out there. But long story short, Rudy is now claiming that, yes, things did happen between him and his mom. Sexual things. And it seems as if Quanell wasn't lying. But who knows anymore at this point? Like I said, the story's already going completely off the rails. It's already getting to the point where there's crucial information dealing with this story that people feel like belongs to them and stuff like that. So it's not stuff that I want to deal with. At the end of the day, all of that is only going to hurt Rudy, but it is what it is. I feel as if there's so much more here to unpack, but at the same time, it's not, how can I put this? There's so much more here to unpack, and, I want to see things through. I want to make sure that Janie is held accountable. I want to make sure Rudy's safe, but at the same time, that's going to happen on Rudy's time. Rudy's going to have to step up and tell law enforcement about what happened to him. He can't just talk about what happened to him on TikTok and things like that and expect, changes to be made. So I don't know if Rudy really wants his mom going to jail. He's expressed multiple times that he doesn't. And at this point, when looking at this story, I feel like there's only so much more I can do. I'm going to keep updating you all if there's any crucial information out there. I do believe there is some crucial information that was put out there last night. But once again, it's going to be up to other people to decide what's more important. Getting Rudy's story out there or maintaining ownership over Rudy's story. So let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I will talk to you all in the next video.